How's the Super Bowl experience been for you this year?
Pretty good. I mean, I think it's probably a pretty good market. There's a lot known. I thought the offerings for props were pretty good, and I liked the liquidity that was available. The fact that you didn't have to like wait in line at the Westgate and get, and to kind of go through that circus just to get liquidity into the prop market was pretty cool. I think the game is probably mostly fairly priced, but I lean Niners for this one. I say I lean Niners. I bet the Niners. I think Niners minus 2.5, minus 105 was the price point I took. And I think the alts are probably a little bit in play just because there's, in my opinion, at least, fat tail for the Chiefs offense being who we think they might be, which is not very good. And, in particular, the mismatch of offensive line for the Chiefs, which I think might not be being accounted for correctly. Because, we've seen the Chiefs in such a positive game state, going all the way back to their Christmas loss to the Raiders, and kind of forget that, up against, quick pressure and, a guy like Nick Bosa and, a healthy now interior D-line push for the Niners, that could put this game away and you could have a little bit of a margin. But at the same time, some of the boots on the ground here, and don't tell everybody about this, but there's significant nerves and concern in the Niners camp that I was kind of caught by surprise. Just in general, you see the clip circulated of Kyle Shanahan at media day, and he was a little not exactly dialed in, not exactly focused. There's a good amount of buzz that there's just some unsettledness about the Niners, and hopefully that Shanahan doesn't overthink this. I mean, I think the answers for the Niners are more apparent, right? You can beat the Chiefs with the zone run all day long, do that until it doesn't work and then do something else. I don't know why they would be losing sleep over their game plan, but the media row is absolutely, it's boiling over with talent. All of a sudden, players coming through. Pat McAfee shows here now. There's 50 bros standing around watching the Pat McAfee set. Tommy DeVito's agent's here. He's taking pictures with everybody. Everybody wants a picture with Tommy DeVito's agent. There was somebody legitimately screening to make sure you didn't walk in the background of Tommy DeVito's agent's pictures. So, it's a circus like you would expect. And I think everybody's pretty fired up for the game.
Well, I hope you enjoy the rest of the week out there. Sounds like a great time. We had Dr. Eric Eager on earlier from there as well. Costos was down there. He's staying at the Aria doing a show with Lockie. So a lot of people in town, but I have to put you on the spot now.
Surely.
I listened to You Better You Bet this week. You gave up Brock Purdy under pass attempts. That's been given out on the show already today.
Yeah, it's getting steamy.
I may have bet that one myself as well. But we're looking for a different one now after that change in price. Your favorite bet for the Super Bowl as it stands right now, what is it and why?
I don't know that I'm going to be the first on the board, win or lose here, but it's possible. The way that I'm kind of pitching my pick here. Nobody's picked a coin toss, right? Or a weird one pre-game.
Well, we got Johnny.
Who will be shown first on the anthem?
Johnny, my co-host on Circles Off, picked no touchback first kickoff plus 280.
Okay, so he'll be in the books first then. Okay. Well, I'm going to go with Isaiah Pacheco. First reception under 5.5 yards. I played this at plus money. I think it's good to minus 120. And it's not really all that complicated. This is a little bit of a mean median bust. His median receiving yards on a given reception is 5 compared to 5.5. If you look at the distribution of those receptions, he's a very boomer bust guy with his receiving yards. He's either taking a screen 10 to 30 yards, or there's a lot of zeros and negatives in there in his completed screen passes. And in fact, if you dig in a little more early in games, like when he's going up against fresh linebacking core and they haven't really kind of set up the screen game effectively for the Chiefs, because it takes a little bit into their script before their screen game really starts clicking. His first quarter receptions, there are many games where it was zero or negative in the first quarter of games. In fact, over 50% of his first quarter receptions were zeros or negatives. So under 5.5 yards for me is plus 103. Hopefully this gets done within the first quarter. I think in general, the rally tackling of the linebacking core led by Fred Warner is going to be impactful here for me. And I think, Pacheco, I think, is going to have a pretty heavy usage day overall. He should. But I just don't think explosive pass plays are in the cards for them.
All right. I like the handicap. I think it makes a lot of sense. It won't be the first bet settled. Maybe not the second either, because Eric Eager gave out Chiefs first play to be a pass as well. So we'll know that very quickly. But this will be settled. He's going to get some targets in this game. So we'll know pretty early. We'll know pretty early. I like the look. I think at plus money makes some sense. And I'm just looking at my fare on this, and I agree with you, Drew. So let's make it happen.